Hey everyone, my name is Daniel, I'm an indie game dev from Germany, and this video is all about icon or logo creation for games. Icons or logos for your games add a lot to it. They're a super good way of replacing text in the HUD of your game and make it look prettier this way. Plus it makes it faster readable and faster understandable this way. And you need to know that when creating icons or logos, everything is about readability, clarity and simplicity. Besides that, icons can improve the player experience really nicely. It's just so much more satisfying to see an icon pop up for using an ability instead of seeing text pop up for using an ability. And if you're curious which games use icons, literally every good game uses them. For example, Hades, Death's Door, Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, the Ori series, and the list goes on. Icons are usually used to display a currency, an ability, an upgrade, or just other UI elements like buttons. Now let's get to what makes a good icon. It definitely needs to be simplistic because usually icons are pretty small, and when you have a highly detailed sprite scaled down, there's a lot of potential for the sprite to look like crap. And the simplicity adds a lot to the clarity and readability of an icon, and that's one of the most important aspects of an icon, so that's great when you get that right. Then icons should be very comprehensible, and this means putting as much detail into the shape as needed to make sure that the viewer knows exactly what you show him or her right here. But now don't get confused, because you may think now he first said very less detail and now he says as much as needed. And this means as less detail as possible for colors and, for example, details like outlines or similar things, but as much needed for the abstract, which is the pure silhouette of your icon. Shortly, this means an icon is more like a road sign than an illustration, at least in my opinion. Okay, after this little section of theory, let's make some icons. So let's start off with an abstract icon. These are, to remind you, simple silhouette icons. Let's start with a bow and arrow icon. As you can see here, I start with a few simple shapes. And I slowly polish these things out. You should really do your best with the abstract here, because you won't have any colors except for maybe one in this icon that can communicate to the viewer what you have drawn here. After you're happy with the abstract, you are finished with roughly 80% of the work. Now I can take an optional step, and this is shifting the color. Instead of a simple white, you maybe take a nice looking red, blue, yellow, etc. If you're not sure which color could work with the icon, I made a complete video all about color theory, and there's a segment about color language, aka the meaning behind colors as well. Another optional step for your abstract icons creation is to make a nice little glow effect. You can do this right in your drawing software with duplicating the layer of the icon and then blurring that a tiny bit, or you just use a built-in function of your software if there is one. Now you're finished with your abstract icon, but there's another style you could do icons in. First you start the same as before, so you make a nice abstract, and after that you can put in a few more little details, like shading or little texture. But this really depends on your own style, so choose what your style gives you to work with. I made some nice ice shards right here, but you can surely transfer all this knowledge to any design. Then I hope you learned something new from me when it comes to make logos or icons for your games, and have a ton of fun playing around with that when you want to learn some more things about creation of art or animation in general, or for games, or if you want to see my progress on my own project, then you can subscribe and hit that nice little bell so you get notified when a new video releases. See you next time, cheers!